Welcome to the complete guide on all the different attributes and character status that you are going to be able to choose from the game. Now, if we are able to take a look at our skills, we have the Constitution, Spirit, Endurance, Strength, Dexterity, Intelligence, and also, and if we are able to take a look at our character and the different type of clothing that you're going to unlock, as you are seeing here, you're able to see the different primary, the vitals, combat, and what does that all mean when you're spending your skill points? And that is what I'm going to be diving in to show you guys how to, one, best spend all your different skill points that you unlocked. Also give you a couple more tips on how to unlock more skills faster, and how are all the different attributes are very important when unlocking the different skills. So if you guys like how that sounds, a like is much appreciated, and subscribe to the channel for more even Enshrouded videos coming your way. Now let's take a look at first at the different attributes that we're looking at the on the right side. So Constitution has to do about health. The more health, the better. Spirit, it's about increasing your mana. That is the blue bar that you're seeing here on the bottom underneath the health. As you're able to see those, I already have them increased to a certain limit, but I'm still going to be able to increase that. Next one is going to be endurance. The endurance is one of the most important things that you need in Enshrouded, because you got to run sometimes you got to fly a lot. And then we also have strength. Strength is very vital when attacking different enemies. The great thing about Enshrouded is that you are given a skill tree, but the great amazing thing is that you're not stuck to a particular one. You are able to make your own. If you want to be a beastmaster, a ranger, assassin, mixed with a wizard, mixed with a battle mage, mixed with a warrior, barbarian, or an athlete, it doesn't matter. That is what makes this game a lot of fun. And then we have dexterity. Dexterity is going to help you to increase the range damage by 5% per attribute point. So that means if you're throwing an arrow, you're going to be able to hit that arrow a little bit longer. So the more you increase your dexterity, the further out you're going to be hitting that arrow, or you're going to be hitting that magic that you're using with your wand. And then we have intelligence. Intelligence is going to increase the magic damage that you're going to output in your wand. So if you are able to see there right at the beginning, you're like, don't have enough range, right? Because you do not have enough dexterity, and you don't have enough intelligence to be able to increase the distance and the damage. And that's what I'm here to show you and give you guys a full breakdown on how everything is going to synergize perfectly. Now, as you're able to see there, my skill tree, I have the following unlocked. The first one is going to be down here where I focus on my spirit. So that means my mana is going to be more. Then I went to this is the way, which is going to also increase my magical weapon damage to a 10%. And then I went up here and I said, you know what? I need to have a buff on my staff. So I did a charge up spell by 50%. And then I went to a counter strike. Counter strike is pretty OP because after receiving damage, there is a 20% chance that you're going to reflect 50% of the damage back to any attacker. And this is a magical tag that can trigger other skills, which means that if you are mixing it with strength, or mixing with something else, is also going to strengthen that. But then I went up here because it's very important that you guys upgrade your glider, and this is going to give you a little extra, even though it's going to cost you 120 mana additionally. And that is why I went and I'm going to do the airborne, because gliders consume 30% less stamina. So I'm going to unlock that to be able to have that. Now I have 5 more additional points. So where do I go from here? And the best thing you could do right early from the game is come back here, which is what I did. I went and I unlocked more endurance, because it's very important when you're running and you're doing a lot of things flying, that you have enough endurance. The more, the better. Trust me, you're gonna live a lot longer if you have more endurance. And then I went here to the runner. It's going to help you sprint speed increase by 10% and stamina consumption decrease by 10. And then I went to the double jump. You must unlock a double jump. Double jump is going to help you get away from trouble when you're fighting. It also to reach certain locations that you can't when you are fighting, or when you want to go over a hill. With double jump, it's going to be a lot easier. And then what I did next is I increase my strength. So I unlock this, increases your constitution attribute by 1%, meaning my health is going to go up by 50 per attribute point, because I needed to get to here, to the warrior path, which is going to increase my attacking with any melee weapon. So in this case, I have two legendary weapons. Those weapons are going to do a lot more damage. And then on top of that, I have that extra chance that I'm going to hit 50% additional damage when I'm fighting, because that skill from the intelligence is going to kick in, and also is going to trigger my melee skills. Now, what I focus on the following a little bit more is going to be this here, is going to be intelligence. I want my magic to be more OP, because there comes a time where you're fighting a lot of enemies and it gets very overwhelming. Now, intelligence is going to be your friend. So I'm going to spend more on my intelligence. So I'm going to go here, and then my spirit, which is going to increase my mana. So I want more mana, which I already did. And I also have here, I'm going to do my more mana, and I have 2 more points, which I could either go this way, which is going to be on strength, which then I'm going to go to dexterity, and I'm going to increase the range on my damage. So overall, you're seeing there my constitution. Once again, we are able to see that my health went up, my mana, which is the blue bar, went even further out. And then we have our endurance, which if you see me here running, you were able to see that. Well, if you rest, you know that you get your health, more stamina. Now, I'm also going to bring you another video that is going to give you guys like a build that you can use right away, that is going to help you a lot. Going to be very OP, because you're going to be one-shotting a lot of different enemies very early in the game. Then let's continue. And then strength is still at 1. It's okay, because I'm having my magic, it's a lot more powerful, which is what I want to do. In my dexterity and my intelligence, as you see there, 3 and 3. So my 1 is going to be more OP, is going to reach further. Did you see that? How much further it is? So now I'm able to hit my house. Before, I couldn't do that. So overall, that is a complete guide on all the different attributes, all the different character status that you're going to be able to get. Now, one last thing is, let's take a look at the character and our clothing. It's very important when you are choosing the right clothing. Now, if you come here, all the different NPCs, except the our dude that builds stuff, he doesn't have any armor, but the alchemist, the blacksmith, and the hunter, all 3 have different armors. It depends on what you want. If you want more dexterity, go with the hunter. If you want more strength and more barbarian type of style, go with the blacksmith. Now, if you want to be a mage, or if you want to be a wizard, then go with the alchemist. They all 3 have really good armor that you want to take advantage. So if you upgrade him, you will be able to upgrade your armor, and that is probably the best way to be able to find and get better clothing right from the beginning. So let's explain a little bit more about the character. So we see here primary, I already explained that. Now vitals, I already explained that to you. Now, as you're able to see here, my glider is at level 5, and it's at 2. And also this one here is on range, how much is it able to do. Now, let's focus a little more on combat. You see, my combat is divided in 2 different things. One is damage, and another one is resistant. Damage means any physical damage that is coming towards you, like melee damage, range or magic damage, critical damage, as you are seeing there, ambush damage, all of that is going to be increased. So you're going to be able to deal more damage. Now we also have resistance, how much you're going to be able to resist against the following, which is going to be physical. We have physical and we have magic. Physical resistant, cutting, piercing, and blunt. Those right now I have it at 53. You can increase it. The more you play, the more you are able to grab different armors from all the different NPCs. You're going to have a higher resistance depending on which one you choose. If you go with the alchemist, you're going to have a better magical resistant than a physical. As you are able to see there, fire, ice, shroud, and shock. There are certain locations where you're going to need a lot of shroud resistance, which is when you get to the red fog, which is very deadly. You could die within seconds. That is why it's very important when you are focusing on your skill points to always remember what are going to be my different status that I'm going to be level up, that is going to make me, one, become a better player, become OP, and also have better defense. So I hope this video helped you guys out a lot, because as a new player, it does get very confusing, but after playing plus 30 hours, I got the hang of it, and I'm going to be bringing you a build that is going to help you a lot. So don't forget to subscribe. Also turn notifications to all, and we'll see you on the next video.